Good morning, and we're going to go right into the scriptures today because I've not been feeling great, and I want to be able to get into this. And it came to pass that when Moses had said these words, talking about seeing God and how he couldn't have seen him in his flesh, behold, Satan came tempting him, saying, Moses, son of man, worship me. Notice a few things here. He was tempting him, and also he called him son of man. In other words, he's saying, hey, you're lower than me. You're son of man. You should be worshiping me. The only way that Satan gets his power is by making us less than himself, and builds himself up. That is how he's doing this with Moses. And it came to pass that Moses looked upon Satan and said, Who art thou? I love his question there. Who art thou? For behold, I am a son of God. Notice the difference. Son of man, son of God. God tells him he's his son. Satan tells him he's not the son of God, he's the son of man. In the similitude of his only begotten, and where is thy glory that I should worship thee? Notice how he remembers why he's there. So many times I've talked to people who are struggling in their faith, and their problem is they forget that they're a son of God, that they've been baptized in the similitude of his only begotten. And they start to believe all these things, that they are less than a son of God, or child of God, or woman of God. This is important. For behold, I could not look upon God except his glory should come upon me, and I was transfigured before him. But I can look on thee with the natural man. Is it not so, surely? I love the way Moses says here. He's saying, I had to be transfigured just to see anything from God, and yet I can look at you with the natural man. So many times I've had experiences where people are trying to break down my faith for some reason, and really it's just their argument of natural man. And the same, if we can have it in our own heads where we're just going, but I'm not good enough, I'm not this or I'm not that. But that's the natural man. You can think those thoughts anytime. But to look on God, you need that blessing of the Spirit. Blessed be the name of my God, for his Spirit hath not altogether withdrawn from me, or else, where is thy glory? For it is darkness unto me, and I can judge between thee and God. For God saith unto me, Worship God, for him only shalt thou serve. Here he is saying exactly what it is I've told you to worship me. And now Satan is coming and saying, no, you should worship me. That should be a clue right away. If anything in your life is saying, don't worship God, you've got a good education, you don't need religion. Oh, you've got a good life, you don't need God. Anything like that pulls you away from God is the same thing. It's telling you to not worship God. And it may seem really simple sometimes, but in this, but it can be quite complex in our own lives where we're just going, well, this doesn't make sense. How can I worship a God if he does this or that or whatever, without looking at everything that God does? And as we serve him more, we get to know more. Get thee hence, Satan. Notice he says, get thee hence. Deceive me not, for God saith unto me, thou art after the similitude of my only begotten. See how he always raises him up. God raises him up. Satan tries to put him down. He also gave me commandments when he called unto me out of the burning bush, saying, call upon God in the name of mine only begotten, and worship me. Notice he's going back, not only did God call him his son, but he also gave him commandments. Commandments are a way that God helps us to overcome adversaries in our life. And the biggest one is prayer. And again, Moses said, I will not cease to call upon God. I have other things to inquire of him, for his glory has been upon me. Wherefore, I can judge between him and thee. Depart hence, Satan. Here he says it again, depart hence, Satan. And now, when Moses had said these words, Satan cried with a loud voice. He already tried to denigrate Moses and say, well, you're only a son of man. Now he's going to say, now see my power. And we want to say, I've got such good power. So he ranted upon the earth and commanded, saying, I am the only begotten, worship me. And it came to pass that Moses began to fear exceedingly. So he has power to make us feel fearful, and he began to fear, and he saw the bitterness of hell. What's the one thing that Satan can show us? The bitterness he feels. Nevertheless, calling upon God, he received strength. And was that what God showed him, was the bitterness of hell? No, he showed him the beauties of his creations. And he commanded, saying, sorry about the coughing, depart from me, Satan, for this one God only will I worship, which is the God of glory. Now Satan began to tremble, and the earth shook, and Moses received strength, and he called upon God, saying, in the name of the only begotten, depart hence, Satan. At that point, Satan has to listen. And it came to pass that Satan cried with a loud voice, with weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth, and he departed hence, even from the presence of Moses, that he beheld him not. Notice then he says he departed hence. That he told him at least 3 times, depart hence, Satan. And it took him that much time. If you're struggling, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And eventually you'll come out on top. I hope that as you go through your own difficulties, that you remember to call on God and to look to his commandments, and he will be there for you. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow.